This is a training video for violin and viola players and how to hold the bow, or what we call the bow grip. So first of all, what I want you to kind of look at is here, this part of the bow is called the frog, okay, and this part right here is the winding. This is the frog. And this is important to know the difference between the two, because this little space right here between the winding and the frog is where I want you to put your thumb, okay? And your thumb needs to be flexible. Okay, so you need to start to work to be able to move and to bend that thumb freely. Now, opposite of your thumb, so just put your thumb right there. Now, opposite of your thumb, we're going to take our second finger, okay, right there where that little crease is where your finger bends, and we're going to place that right on the opposite side of that thumb. Okay, then we're going to take our first finger, or our index pointing finger, and we're going to put that right across that bend, right next to there, to the second finger, okay, right over the winding. Then we're going to take our third finger, and we're going to take the third finger, and we're going to put it over as well on that little part of the bend of the finger. And then our little finger is just going to sit on the very, very back of the bow. It's not going to come across. It's not going to do that. It's just going to be sitting, riding right there, okay, on the top of that bow stick when it's playing, just like that. And it should be nice and loose and flexible. You should be able to tap your little finger, okay, as a violin or violist, okay, with your bow grip. All right. Now, take your left hand and hold the bow stick of your bow, okay, and just let everybody get situated. We don't want our fingers all bunched up, and we don't want them out here like this. We don't want them around the stick, okay. We want them just to be right there on that muscle memory of that first bend of those fingers, little finger tapping, okay, and our thumbs underneath. Now the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to sort of take your bow and turn it so that this bow hair is very close, or even touching, okay, the top of your thumb. Okay, so now there is your bow grip. If you're holding it sort of like a power pull, flag pull, okay, it's going to feel very, very light to your fingers and your hand. Okay, and I want you to flex those fingers. Just kind of flex them in and out. Keep that thumb bent. Don't let this thumbs will want to kind of lock. They'll kind of want to flatten out on you. And when they do that, then this becomes very rigid, and it won't give. Because when you come down and up, you need to have the flexibility of being able, when you come to a down bow, okay, of letting this finger and hand, all the fingers in the hand working together, okay, to change direction, okay, for your bow, to make it smooth when you come down and up, for those, especially for legato sections. Okay, so one more time, just reviewing here. Our thumb is in between the winding and the frog, right there in that little notch area. Okay, and just let that wiggle a little bit and relax. Put your second finger on the opposite side of the thumb, so thumb and two work together. Let the first and the third finger come over the stick, right at the bend, that little crease in your finger, and your little finger just barely touching. So when you turn it horizontal, your hand's going to have this, everybody's tilted look, like you just had a bunch of dominoes and you knocked them over. Okay? So this is the bow grip for the violins and the violas.